Tulsa Golden Hurricane in Skelly Field, where the fans have gathered and they are ready to see those Hurricanes gather some strength. This game could have a huge impact on the trajectory of both teams' season, as each are trying to break into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the LSU Tigers, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So Tulsa's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their pole positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, Dave.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. A part of that is a part of the process of being great in the future. And this team, learning how to win, finding ways to get it done, it's only going to build momentum, and hopefully you can carry that over to next season.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He makes the connection.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Dances away. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Tulsa will come to the line on 1st and goal.
3:25.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tulsa!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him run a lot today.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The LSU Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Headed to the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
Tulsa, 7, LSU, 3.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be knocked down. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On the run, still looking. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team.
Number 17, on to kick it away.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
LSU 3.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Ball in the air, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Tulsa wasting no time. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got away from trouble and got rid of him. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Offense gets set for second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Slater. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. He's off to the races. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
He's going to pass. He's right on target. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Going up top on first down. He's got him in the flat. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the phone. They're up by 7 over USC. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Fires on the move. And they can't make the connection. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill. And
just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Slater. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every snap.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. With jet sweep pass. They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He gets it away from his own end zone. Can they catch him? And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Feeling some heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from gorgeous Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. but really this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's head back to the guys inside H.A. Chapman Stadium.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive play.
He's going for
making the lead for CFB 26.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Lining up.
Yeah, we are looking for new members.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Got his man on the outside. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. A little release to the back. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a crease at the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to the ground game on the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle if one guy misses. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
LSU 17.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Caught over the middle. It's Myers. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wide out in motion. A run for the quarterback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there and got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. The penalty gets back a few, but it's still 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Slips through the line. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Discards a man. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Tulsa.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll try the run. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And his throw is incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Cincinnati is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the Queen City for some time. They're up by 21 over Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this one.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Just a little off. Incomplete. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team.
Number 17 in punt formation to kick it away.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
At the 20, he's got space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Tigers! They look finished, but they weren't. Still fighting, and we're locked up.
In the end zone.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Oh, what a move! He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, when you open it up for the passing game.
Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners and covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. He got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and touchdown, Tulsa. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game. Power
ahead. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the fourth quarter. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired.
He's going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
He'll set up to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
36.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They say, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
Nothing but green ahead. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. He wants it all. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Western Kentucky is going to walk off the field there in Bowling Green with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's going up top here late in the game. And here's the third interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Moving down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. This is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team,